let's get to some of these odds in the National League. So let's go division by division, and let's pick some winners. We do this in football. We try to pick every single winner of every single division. So let's start in the NL East. This is a really interesting division because it feels like it's supremely top heavy, and it feels like there are 3 teams in this division that could potentially win a World Series. So we've got the Braves as the favorite, plus 115, Phillies 2-1, Mets plus 230, Nats 80-1, Marlins 250-1. No matter what the odds are for the Marlins, don't take it. They are bad. Yeah. But basically a 3-team race here. The Mets were the favorites earlier in the season. They've had some pitching injuries, so I think that goes into it. Jenks, who do you think wins the NL East?
I like the Braves here. Love the Braves. Little biased here. I don't want to bet on the Phillies, but I think that this is going to be a bounce back year for the Braves. I mean, it just has to be by virtue of the fact that they're going to be healthier. So they're going to get Ronald Acuna back, as we know, Austin Riley back, and then Spencer Strider has looked awesome in spring training. So it doesn't look like he has missed a beat at all. Also, they added Jerkson Profar, so that's a boost to the lineup as well. And ultimately, I just think this is the most talented roster in the division. Now, they lost Max Fried and Charlie Morton, but I have to say, those guys, look, they're quality starters, but those were guys just over time I never really trusted. Like, they were always just kind of hit and miss. Like, betting on those guys was always just kind of like rolling the dice. So they've got some young guns as well that they're going to kind of work into the rotation. So I don't think they're going to miss those guys as much as we think, especially when you have a guy like Chris Sale as well. The only thing that worries me is they signed Craig Kimbrell, but thankfully they assigned him to the minors. So as long as he is not saving games for the Braves at the major league level, they just keep him in AA, AAA, we're going to be fine. But and also I think Braves management has shown that they're very adept at making moves throughout the season if they need to. If that, management matters. And certainly whether it's a trade, whatever it is, midseason, if they need to, the Braves have shown they're willing to do that and they have the capital to do it. So I know they're the favorites. I like the Braves at plus 115.
Yeah, we've seen this trend in the NL East that the Braves are the regular season juggernauts. They've won the NL East 6 of the last 7 seasons. Yeah. Where it all comes down is usually the postseason for the Braves. So if you want to bet on the Braves, you do it in the regular season. And you talk about the management. Alex Anthopoulos has done a fantastic job. Remember, the year that Ronald Acuna Jr. went down, that's the year the Braves won the World Series. It's crazy. Yeah. Also, they have Chris Sale back this year, which coming off a Cy Young campaign, I understand that he's somebody who usually gets hurt. But so far in spring training, he's looked pretty good. Last outing, 5 strikeouts in just 4 innings of work, no runs, and only 3 hits. So somebody who can anchor that rotation. I like the Braves a lot here. I will say, for hedging purposes, you could talk me into maybe playing the Phillies at 2-1. Just because it feels like it's going to be a back and forth race. Because keep this in mind when you're betting these season-long bets, that if one team is bigger plus money, you take that team now, and when, say the Phillies jump ahead, then you take the Braves at the other side. We do this with the MVP race. Remember between, who is it, Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, we did this kind of strategy. So maybe you can use that in some of the other divisions as well. Next up, let's go to the NL Central, where it's like, who wants it? I don't know. All of these teams are pretty mid. We've seen that in years past. The Cubs are your favorites. Plus 115 seems a little short to me. Brewers plus 275, Reds plus 450, Pirates plus 850, Cardinals 9-1. So we had a guest come on here, ownership. But Jenks at plus 450, maybe worth a look. Do you have a strong feeling on the Central?
God, I feel like such a square here. I like the Cubbies. I don't want the Reds. I think the Cubs, this is a little bit of a sentimental pick. Isn't it always more fun when Chicago's good? But they got a lot stronger in adding Kyle Tucker. That's going to be a huge boost for them. But I think more than anything, this is about what the rest of the division did not do. So, yes, I think the Reds are a good play if you like that at plus 450. But it's not like other teams in the division did a whole lot here. The Brewers didn't add really anyone. The Pirates are the Pirates. The Cardinals have already admitted, their management have said, yeah, we're essentially hitting the reset button. And in addition to Kyle Tucker, you've got Seiya Suzuki. They got a really nice young talent in Matt Shaw. And I also think that they improved their bullpen. They absolutely did, bringing in Ryan Preston. They got Porter Hodge, who's a good setup guy. So of all the teams in this division, I feel like the Cubs were the ones who made the smartest moves, and they've got just the right balance of talent here. So I know it's kind of lame to pick another favorite here at plus 115, but I like what Chicago has done. I like the Reds as well, but I would lean Chicago.
I think in this division, it's just price dependent because I just feel like this division is more wide open than some of the other ones. So, like, if the Cubs win, like, I'm not going to be super shocked. I just think there is some value in some of these other teams. So I'm going to go with the Reds, even though buyer beware. I feel like I've had this same song and dance in other years where the Reds have had some really talented squads, but it's just their ownership doesn't make the right moves. I don't know if it's like the Reds in general, like I'm not sure what's going on to where they squander this talent. But if you look at their rotation, they have a lot of high-end guys. Hunter Green throws like 1,000,000 miles an hour. He puts up like the Robbie Ray stats where he strikes out 10, walks 5, gives up 3 home runs. But we have seen guys like that turn things around. Robbie Ray won a Cy Young, so maybe Hunter Green has that in him if he can limit the home run ball and also some of those walks. Brady Singer, really good addition. Nick Lodolo has high-end stuff as well. And plus they have Ellie De La Cruz, an electric factory around the base pass. So I'm going to go with the Reds at plus 450. All right, finally, the NL West. If you're looking for expensive bets, how about the Dodgers at minus 600 to win the division? D-backs plus 650, Padres 10-1, Giants 30-1, Rockies 500-1. Wow, the Rockies are bad. Jenks, are you laying minus 600 with the Dodgers?
What the hell are we doing here? Let's go D-backs. How about the D-backs at plus 650? Right? Is that what they do? They don't really do that, do they?
Dodgeball. Aren't they
that's right.
Snakes?
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I was like, wait, is that a D-backs thing that I don't know? The Diamondbacks do that? Well, I mean, a minus 600 for the Dodgers is one of the most ludicrous things I've ever seen. To win the division, like, what are we doing here? But I think the D-backs could cause some problems. I mean, are they going to win this division? Probably not. But at plus 650, yeah, I'd put a little bit on them. The rotation is going to be rock solid. Corbin Burns now part of that. Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, and Brandon Pfaadt, which is a guy that I faded early on in his career. I can't do that anymore because he's that guy. It took a while to adjust to the majors, and he's really come along and become a very good starting pitcher. So their starting rotation is very good. And then you look at that lineup of theirs, and I think we're going to see a bit of a bounce back season from Corbin Carroll. You know, he struggled in the first half of last year, but really came on at the end of the season. Ketel Marte is unbelievable. So the D-backs are a team that I think could maybe cause a problem or two for the Dodgers. And they've got so many entrees at Chase Field this year. The carne asada nacho helmet, the giant loaded barbecue chicken potato, the grand slamwich. You're going to be eating good watching the Diamondbacks. So give me Arizona.
I thought you were going to say entrees is like a position on the field. I'm like, oh no, Jenks. Is he really calling somebody an entree? It reminds me of this time I was talking to another baseball wife at a game, and she called the like shortstop or something like center base. And I'm like, oh no, sweetie. That is not center base. There is no such thing. But I am looking forward to the entrees. Now I'm hungry.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's one of the best parts of baseball.